Now, if you don't believe me, here's some screenshots. And, you just really have to take my word for it. I made six figures in high school. I did this as young as a sophomore. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you now is this: you do not need to form connections. You don't need to do some weird, mythy stuff. This is as simple as it only being you. This isn't drop shipping where you have to rely on other people. This isn't sales. This isn't content creation. This isn't you needing to form virality. All you really need is just you. Nothing else. It's only you and your discipline, your emotion that will help you in this one field of business. I don't know if I would call this a business, but you could say that. And yeah. Now, here's the truth, right? Is if you're under 22, or any age for that matter, and you're really determined, you should keep watching this video. But this really is for these people who are young, under college ages, who really want to build this path. Now, what I do is day trading. Now, here's the thing. You might have already heard about day trading, but let me tell you about it, and let me tell you how it changed my life. Now you heard me talk enough. You probably already heard about day trading. How do I actually start? What's the best way to go about it? And this is where it gets really important. So before I even tell you more about day trading, we need to get something straight. There are just a couple of things that you need to do, and you need to implement this before you even start. Do not tell anyone. Now, I'll be lying if I said I didn't, but if there's one thing that I did that really helped me, it's just keep your mouth shut. Now, you might have that one friend you're really trying to do business with, but don't just go to your family and say, I want to do this kind of little day trading thing. And yes, with day trading, you do have to be 18. So yes, you're going to need your social security number from your parents. Yes. But don't tell your friends, don't tell the group chat. And when you do make money, even then, do not talk about it. Be very quiet. Okay? Talk about it. Because that is the first thing that will save you plenty, and I mean plenty of time. Because whether, like, I'm Muslim, but whether you're any religion, you believe in energies and whatnot, people will envy you, and that energy is not energy you want to put on yourself, right? So don't talk about it. I promise you it's going to be very tempting. You might this, you might that, you might get a little success, but don't talk about it. Later on in this video, I will give you a formula, a step-by-step formula, and you want to stay for the fourth tip, because this is the biggest one that will change a lot of it all. So why did I do day trading? How did it change my life? So my story kind of goes back to around when I was a sophomore in high school. Even way back then, that since I was 13, I was doing crypto. I made money with some, meme coins. I lost it all. After that, all I knew was that it was possible to make money in this space, whether it was like crypto or doing, stocks. So that's when I found day trading. Now, you always hear these lies. Oh, day trading, like 99% of people fail. Now, calling them lies, maybe that won't be so true. They might not truly be lies. Yes, it might not be a field where a lot of people dominate in, but do not let that get to your head. After I lost, all my money in crypto, putting it into NFTs, and that's when the NFT kind of boom was happening. I worked for a long time. I worked while I was 14. I worked literally when I was in 8th grade, freshman year of high school. And that's when I found day trading. I used to get all my money from my paychecks, and put it all in and blow it and blow it. I had maybe a little luck. Maybe I flipped a couple $100 into a couple of thousand, and I still lost that. Then things started to change. And if I give you this formula, I would tell you the formula that will help you save years of time in this 8-minute video. And as long as you're truly dedicated, then you will be able to make money, a very good amount of money. But if you're undisciplined and you don't think you can find it in yourself, then you should probably just click off this video, because this video is only for people who are determined to actually do this. Now, why did I choose day trading? Day trading, you don't need people. You don't need to rely on selling something to anyone. All you need is me, myself, and I. But not me, but you. Like for you, me, myself, and I. Trading is a game that is purely, no luck, really no luck. Just a game of emotion, risk management, and how good you can stick to a plan. Now, this is the final piece of advice. This is not very common. Yes, these companies are popular, but when you day trade and you do find a profitable strategy, use a prop firm. Prop firms are the thing that genuinely helped me make six figures while I'm in high school. What's a prop firm? Or, long story short, a prop firm is a company that actually gives you money to trade, right? They have these account sizes, 50K, 100K, 150K. Now, let me paint the picture for you. There's a company called Apex Trader Funding. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. You can go to any prop firm because all of them are very good, to be honest with you. I would probably avoid like maybe some booth one, but Apex is a good one. You can get a $300,000 account test. It's a test. And with that test, you need to basically make 20K and you have an $8,000 stop loss. So you cannot lose $8,000 and you have to make 20K essentially. Once you pass the test, you paid $40, you pass the test, you get the real account. Now the real account and the catch here is this: it's all fake money. The test is fake money, and when you pass the account, it's all fake money. It's not a loan. You don't owe anything if you lose. But here's what it is. So many traders lose to the point where these companies, prop firms, make so much from losing traders. The money that they pay you out is real money, but it comes from losing traders' pockets. It's not actually from your trading. They do say they copy trade whatever, like they copy your trades, but it's very weird. I don't know how it fully works. Now, once you get the 300K account, you have $8,000 that you can use because it's 300K, but you don't actually get 300K. You have the stop loss. That's what you actually have. You have an 8K that after you paid $40, then you pay another 120, so you're totally in for 160. With this 160, you get access to basically 8K. Now let me put this into perspective. With this 8K that the company does give you, if you have a very good strategy, the first trade you do with the account, you can risk the whole 8K. And let's say you have a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio, where basically if you risk 8K, you make 16K. You made 16K from $160. So even if it takes you 10 times, the risk to reward, not only for the individual trades, but for the overall structure, is always in your favor. But it's just important that you're profitable. Anyways, guys, I'm MP Trades, and let me know what you think of my video. And I would really love a subscription. I only have 12 subscribers. I'm trying to teach the world how to make money, especially young teens. And if you subscribe to me, I promise I won't underdeliver. And number 2, you're going to need to find a strategy. Now, this is what you're going to be looking for. You got to find a strategy. Now, once you make your day trading strategy, and there's many, there's no such thing as number 1, the best one. There's no such thing. All of them can be very good. There might be some that might have a better, reward, right? But not to the extent of, unless the only thing you need to worry about is having one that's profitable. As long as it's profitable, you can make money from it. If it's a 51% win rate, 1-to-1, it's profitable, right? Now, obviously, just once you find that one, you'll find it, right? There's not an exact risk to reward or like a win rate that you need. Also, if you are very new to day trading, you don't need to worry so much about having a high win rate, right? 80 or 90%. Because even these ones that win 80 or 90% of the time don't have a big reward. But there are some traders that only win 10% of the time, but the times that they do win, they make 20 times of what they would lose. So they have a profitable strategy at the end of the day. Now, once you find a strategy, how do you even find one? Look, again, you can go online, you can study and find a couple. Now, what I would do if I was you is a thing called paper trading. Now, look, I'll be a hypocrite if I said that's what I did, because I didn't. What I did was I put real money into it first day thinking I was going to make money. Now, I'll be honest, that did teach me a lot because it took me losing real money, and I always have to learn the harder way to actually learn. So if you do actually want to start day trading, I would say at the very least, keep it very minimal. No more than $200 and have very good risk management if you're just trying to test out strategies. And I'll be honest, you're gonna put in $200, you might lose it, you're gonna have to do it again. So you're probably gonna still blow through maybe $1,000, $2,000 if you're doing that to find a strategy. You're set. Make sure it's good. Now, how do you make sure it's good? You back test it. You go back, you go on the chart, you go back in time, and now you're gonna back test it. And don't lie to yourself, because a lot of times you might backtest and skip a few losses. You might try to see the strategy, make an excuse. Just see the strategy for what it is. If it's not good, it's not good. If it's good, it's good. Don't cope. Don't try to, maybe you spent a long time on this one strategy that didn't end up being good. Don't obsess over finding the best one. Just find one that's profitable. As long and as fast as you find one that's profitable, you're good. Now I'm going to go into the 4-part structure. Now the fourth tip, once again, is the most slept on, and no one would really tell you this unless you really go and find it. You clicked on this video, you're lucky enough to click on this video, so you don't have to do all the searching. Tip number 1, go online, and there are plenty of free resources to learn how to day trade. Plenty. Do not, and this is where I got caught up, don't trust a Discord that's buy and sell. You might not really hear me out, or you might not really take my word for it, because they can get you. They can look very tempting sometimes. There's a lot of Discords that say they do trading signals. Now, what these signals are is basically saying whether you're buying, like they tell you, oh, I'm gonna buy and go in at this price, or I'm gonna do a short and sell at this price, and they claim that they share it with you, and that it's, like you just have to pay this couple of money a month. Now, look, I'll be honest, there might be a couple that, might actually do it. My mentality has always been, if you're really making enough money from day trading, you would not need to sell a course. And on top of that, a course is different, but don't ever trust just a signal. Don't trust these signal groups. It's very rare to find a good one, right? And that's why when I trade, I post all my trades online on my TikTok for free. So follow me on TikTok if you want to see them for free. You can find everything online. TGR has a boot camp. Literally search up how to day trade and you will learn everything, right? If you want a guide, I can give you that. It's all free. Everything I found that really taught me was free. I did pay for stuff, and the lessons that I learned, if I literally, like right now, look, you're starting this, and if this is the start of your journey after watching this video, I'm going to tell you now that you might not really take my words very seriously. And then when you maybe become a successful day trader a couple months or a year or whatever down the line, then you're gonna be like, damn, he was right. Like, so you don't need to go through signals, okay? And another thing is, this needs commitment. Day trading would make you rich quick. When I actually formally started doing day trading, it was probably the start of freshman year, and I started making money about middle of sophomore year. That was about 1.5 years. You will actually make a good amount of money. But yes, it would take a while. If you listen to my advice and really take it, you can make a lot of money in 6 months from today, and thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands. It's not going to be tomorrow or next week. It is a journey, and it's going to need your commitment.